Yang dikatakan akhlak dalam Islam gabungan dua perkara, iaitu sifat dan sikap. Sifat yang tak nampak yang dalam, sikap yang nampak yang zahir ni. Contoh-contoh akhlak sifat apa? Berkasih sayang, bertawakal kepada Allah, tu benda-benda tak nampak. Sentiasa bersabar di atas karenah-karenah orang lain. Kemudian sikap yang nampak, yang Nabi SAW sebut contohnya apa? Tabassumuka fi wajhi akhika laqasadaqah. Senyuman kamu di hadapan saudara kamu itu merupakan sedekah. Itu kan yang nampak. Ada boleh kita buka masam bekut macam ini kan, jumpa orang macam ini tengok macam nak makan orang kan. Kenapa awak tak hati senyum? Saya senyum ke hati tau. Boleh macam tu kan? Nabi ajar yang kita papar yang nampak kan? Yang nampak itu dia panggil sikap yang nampak.
And Palestine was perhaps the most impactful country I've ever been to in my life. Wow. I went to Hebron. Man, that place shocked me to my core. Wow. I got to a vantage point. I could see over the wall. I could see the rubble of old Arab houses, town blocks that had been destroyed. And I could see like a city, 150,000 people. Just next to like 500 settlers that were surrounded by military, surrounded by massive machine guns. And then I walk out onto the street and there these little 5-year-olds run up to me with no shoes on, offer me food straight away. First thing that happens, like these kids with no shoes, you know, they're obviously not got a lot of money. And the first thing they think to do to me, a Westerner walking out of an occupied area, first thing that happens is I get offered food. And that's got to say something. So I think the kindness of the Palestinians, more than any other people I met, showed me truly what Islam was.
She was so full of light. She was full of light. Her eyes were shining. Her skin was shining. And she opened the door as if I was going into the Taj Mahal. As if she lived in the most beautiful place in the world. And when I went into her home, what was in her home, Sheikh? Fish. Nothing. Nothing. A room like this, but empty. Only walls, floor, ceiling. And one rug, and the iftar for 10 people was on the rug. And what was the iftar? One plastic plate of hummus, one plastic plate of khubz, one plastic plate salad. So when I sat down, I said, no. Wallahi, I tried not to eat. Sheikh, I tried not to eat that woman's food, but she kept giving me food. She said, you are our guest. And she gave me so much, and she wouldn't take no, and I ate and I felt angry. I felt angry at Islam. I felt angry at a book that would tell hungry people to be hungry for 30 days. And I said to her, why are you fasting? I said, I don't think your God loves you. I'm sorry to say it. I don't think he does. Why does he make you a Gazan, thirsty for 30 days, when on day 31, do you have water? She's like, no, we don't have water. I'm like, well, so what then? On day 30 days, you in Gaza, you're going without food. Day 31, is your fridge going to be full? She said, no, it will not be full. I said, well then, your God doesn't love you. You know, give me one good reason why you're fasting. And she said, in a room of nothing, I fast in Ramadan to remember the poor. And that, I thought at that moment, if this is Islam, let me be Muslim. And everywhere I went, there was such a softness, such an ability to make the best of things. What really struck me was that at the time, I had a French farmhouse, a French barn being built, I had a swimming pool, I had a 1-acre garden, I had beautiful children and a great husband and everything. But if one thing went wrong, I would be internally disturbed. So like, if the editor wasn't happy with the job, oh, the whole house was in uproar. Oh my God, I'm under stress, I'm under stress, I'm under stress. You know, one tiny thing, everything needed to be perfect, or I was not in a calm place. And these people, children killed by the army, homes taken by occupiers, just the daily neglect of their areas and the oppression, and they were like, salam, peace, how are you? Have some of our food, you know, sahten. They had this calm. And I asked them, why are you so generous? Why are you okay with this? And they said, it's that book, it's the Quran. Allah will make things okay. On the trip in 2005, at the end of the trip, I had all the bags and bags of souvenirs. And I asked the young man who was shopping with me, can you please find me a Quran in English? And he looked like, okay. I'm like, I didn't think one had been written. I mean, why would anybody translate a small Middle Eastern religion? Why would they bother translating it into English? So I didn't expect him to find one. So he goes, you know, Quran Inglesi. And he comes back and he's got the Quran in English. And I'm like, okay, great. And then I look at it and it's like 600 pages. I'm like, I'm never going to read this. And then I remember I asked this young shabab from Jerusalem, how much do I owe you? Because he's been shopping with me. So he goes like this, well, it's 150 and 406%. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to get fleeced here. I'm going to get done. And then he does this. He goes, forget it. You don't owe us anything. What? He said, the only thing I'm going to ask you is don't forget Palestine when you go. Don't forget about us. Yeah, subhanAllah.